Good afternoon, everyone. From the Central Illinois Weather Network, I'm Larry Eastep with an update on some severe weather again this afternoon and a number of tornadoes in the Atlanta area. Let's go to the radars and show you what we're dealing with here. We've got tornado watch number 119 in effect until 7 o'clock this evening for pretty much all of central Georgia, also over into most of the western half of South Carolina this afternoon, and from pretty much the Gainesville, Alabama area over to the Georgia border. A number of storms this afternoon have been tracking mainly to the north of metro Atlanta. Let's show you what we're talking about here on this map. I put some storm tracks on here to just kind of show you the general movement of a lot of these storms, and as you can see, a lot of them are moving generally to the northeast. What concerns me right now is that there are some storms developing to the southwest of Atlanta. They don't look real nasty right now. There's not any warnings in effect with those, but with the unstable atmosphere, it certainly is possible that those could start to intensify. Let's zoom in a little bit closer here and show you this mess to the northeast of Atlanta right now. And I've put some storm tracks on here to kind of give you an idea of the towns that may be affected. This particular cell right now, which just appears to be to the northeast of Atlanta, looks like northeast of Beaufort, is producing reports of a tornado, very large hail. It's a very prominent signature here on radar of a very intense cell. Storm Tracker Storm Pathcast would be putting this in the Franklin Springs area by about 1:56, Livonia by 2 o'clock, and Bowersville by 2:02. You can see some of the towns affected there. Another look at this cell with another pathcast would bring this into, this is actually the second cell we're looking at for pathcast. It's not marked there, but the towns you can see there coming by 1:40, Beaufort by 1:51, and Oakwood by 1:59. Moving on back a little bit further here, taking a look at this third cell, we would see this in the Mapleton area by 1:43 and Fair Oaks by 1:48, Smyrna by 1:50. So there's an entire line of storms here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 severe thunderstorm warnings, 2 tornado warnings, with this line again tracking to the northeast, right on the northern border of this tornado watch. And you can see these scattered cells all the way up to the Chattanooga area this afternoon. No warnings with those, but they are putting down some heavy rain in spots, some large hail, and some very damaging winds. The tornado warning you're seeing here in the red box is for east central Hall County in north central Georgia, southern Banks County in northeast Georgia, and Jackson County in northeast Georgia until 2:45. National Weather Service Doppler radar indicating a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado 15 miles northwest of Jefferson, moving east at 45. Other locations in the warning include, but are not limited to, Maysville, Homer, and Commerce. The funnel clouds have been sighted with this storm, and this storm has already produced damage and tornadoes on the ground. A tornado may already be on the ground with this storm or is expected to develop shortly. Also, concern with these storms is you're seeing another radar view here, and on this view, you're seeing some storms form just to the east of Birmingham right now. Those storms are tracking towards Georgia, so those storms could again produce additional tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings as they track into the western part of Georgia this afternoon. And even going back further on the radar here, let's go up to the Nashville radar real quick, because I want to show you, if you live in Chattanooga or even in the southern part of Tennessee this afternoon, you're not out of the woods either. There's no warnings with these cells, but they are starting to fire up along that I-65 corridor, and we're starting to see some indications of hail even with some of those storms, those little blue dots there. Just to the west of Chattanooga, actually, some small hail being reported with those. They don't look like much right now, but again, no watch or warning in effect for those areas. It's something we want to watch. Let's go back up here right now and show you the Greenville, South Carolina radar, because I want to show you these storms going into the Greenville area also right at the moment are pretty intense. I would not be surprised to see additional warnings issued with that particular line of storms, large hail with those. Those are outside of the tornado watch, but I wouldn't be surprised to see another tornado watch issued for those areas, so we don't want to ignore that either. Again, though, the tornado watch number 119 till 7 o'clock this evening. Storm Prediction Center just now coming out with a statement that they're going to have to watch very closely this afternoon with these cells because flash flooding is becoming a concern as well. Training is beginning to develop, which that's where you get multiple cells going along the same path, and you can kind of see that from the images we've been showing you this afternoon here. Again, this image here kind of shows that same railroad track, if you will, where those storms are just going over the same area over and over again. Let me check here real quick and just see if we have any additional information for you on this update. And it looks like right at the moment we do have a new tornado warning that has come out for southeastern Cherokee County in north central Georgia, Forsyth County in north central Georgia, and northeastern Fulton County now in north central Georgia. Let's go back to the Atlanta radar here real quick and show you a little bit closer view what we're talking about here. Nope, that's the Greenville radar. Let's go to the Atlanta radar, and we'll that image there will work. I don't have a up-to-date image here I can show you right at the moment, unfortunately, but let me tell you the towns affected by this: a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Holly Springs, moving east at 60, and other locations in the path of this storm would be coming. And again, this storm moving to the east at 60, northeastern Fulton County, now under a tornado warning until 3:15. Stay tuned to the Central Illinois Weather Network for the latest weather information, and of course your local media, NOAA Weather Radio, for warnings as they come in. I'm Larry Estep with the Central Illinois Weather Network.